All right, we are looking at page 23. Just a reminder that we are looking at a violin book. Okay, for the cellos, this page is not much of anything new for you. For the violins and violas, this is something very different. Okay, so fourth finger, something we haven't really done if you're a violinist yet. Okay, so when I bow the D string, I get a D. When I bow the add one finger, it becomes E, F sharp, G, and I still have one more finger that I have not used, okay? After G in our musical alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, we go back to A. Now you might be like, wait, Mr. Stowe, I already have an A. I have the A string with no fingers. But this is another tool for playing A. 4 fingers. Notice there is a gap between 3 and 4, okay? And it should sound like the A string, okay? That's one way to check it. You might be like, yo, why do I want to do this weird, complicated fourth finger thing when I'd have a perfectly good A? Well, the reason we do it is to avoid crossing the strings. So, for instance, I'd much rather do this instead of changing the string every time. It adds weird emphasis. So if we don't have to do like a B, C, or high D, then we use the fourth finger. So you'll notice in this exercise that anytime they want you to do a fourth finger, they put a 4 over it. So 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2. Here they have you double check that your fourth finger sounds like your A. Okay, now, if you're a cello, ignore all that stuff and just play the page, it's fine. Okay? However, let's talk very quickly for the bass players, and I will pull up the bass book if I can find it. Here it is, page 23. You got something weird in here, so... You have 2 new ways. You can play A on the D string, or you can play, you can play A on the D string, or G on the D string. And the way that you're doing, notice they have this picture up here. Here's all the D string. That would be E, and that would be F sharp. Then you're going to go up slightly. This is where you would have had C sharp on the G string, but if you go back one, that's where G is, and that's where A. And the same idea is here. They want you to not have to cross the string as much. So you're on 4 on the D, 4 on the D, then you shift down, G, G, and you can compare it with your G string to check. Then this should sound like A, G, G, 4, 4, 1, 1, and then they shift back down to F sharp. Anytime they want you to shift, they're gonna draw that little dash line. That means you should either shift down to the higher sound or back to the lower sound, okay? It's okay if you get confused on this one. Feel free to message me with your questions on Remind or email. This is a hard page, guys. Same thing with Ode to Joy. You've got F sharp, then they want you to shift to the G, and then A. The idea is that you don't have to change strings, okay, as much, okay? If you have any other questions, feel free to message me on Remind or email. Okay. Be safe. Wash your hands.